Peace. Assalamu alaikum. Hotel. Grand Rising. Praise God. What's up? What's happening? Or whatever it is that you subscribe to. And I shared a short this morning. And I just be doing that to try to make people laugh. But at the same time, it's a way for me to promote a video that I may drop. So I said this morning I was going to do a video and talk about how the women prison is worse than the men prison. And I know some of y'all probably asking, like, how you know? You never been to a woman prison. I have been to a woman prison because, no, I wasn't in the zone or the pod with the women, but I'm saying Rankin County, I did a video a couple of days ago about Captain Rage with her funky tail self let the man die. I was in Rankin County at this time, and they call it 720. And Rankin County is the processing unit of the processing prison where prisoners have to get processed in order to know what prison you're going to go to, in order to know what custody level you on, whether you A custody, B custody, or C custody. And in prison, they let you know if you're gonna be able to get good in Rankin County. They let you know if you're gonna be able to get good time or whatnot. So that's the process in prison for prisoners, for inmates who getting ready to go to a state penitentiary or private facility or one of them regional facilities. But also, Rankin County, like I said, is a hospital unit for sick inmates. You know, some inmates got AIDS, some got cancer, some got sugar diabetes, some got what they call it, like when you've been smoking a lot, what you call it? I can't think of it right now, but it's for the prisoners who really can't, you know, they in wheelchairs, they can't really be around other inmates at other prisons in general population because of their sickness. Now, some people just playing and, you know, jugging and jiving so they can get to this unit or so they can get to this prison because the prison is quote unquote called, you know, they say it's sweet. And also Rankin County is where the women inmates are being held. They are in prison in Rankin County. So how do I know the women prison is worse than the male prison? I'm in Rankin County, and I told y'all the story about when I was messing with the female officer. If you haven't seen that story, go check it out. I think it was called, what was it called? I can't remember what it was called, but it was me messing with the female officer. Just scroll down my page and you'll see the story. But anyway, so this female that I was messing with, and we still cool, like we still talk to this day, but she married with children now. And her first child, the guys I was doing time with, they thought the child was mine, but the child wasn't mine. But you know, she used to call me to the hallway and talk to her all the time. And I used to tell her, like, stop calling me out here so much, because you know these dudes are jealous. You know what I mean? They're going to try to get you fired. They're going to try to get me moved to another prison, which what happened, I got moved to another prison, but she didn't get fired. Matter of fact, she's still at the prison. But she used to call me out there all the time. Sometimes when she come on and she do her count and the count clear, she get on that buzzer. Young, come here. Young, come here. I'm like, man, this motherfucker. Yeah, but I guess she enjoyed to be in my presence, and I enjoyed to be in her prison. But I just know how prison go. Now at this time, I have been locked up about 8 years. So at this time, I'm considered OG. So when she hit the buzzer, young, come here, young, come here. And, you know, I'm walking to the hallway because I kind of slipped in the back. And them guys like, I see you old school. I see you old school. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, I ain't doing nothing. I don't know what she want. So I go out there in the hallway. And, you know, you could tell when a female officer like another inmate, because usually in the zone where the tower at, it's a flap right there. They'll just talk to inmates through the flap. But if they rocking with you, they gonna call you to the hallway and they gonna let you inside the tower. Now, they gonna let you in, but you just gonna stand by the door, because if you go up the steps in the tower, you know, the inmates from the zone, they can see you in there. So, you know, they're just too extreme. So I used to just stand at the door while she's sitting in the tower. And, you know, she'd just be talking to me. So one day we in there talking, and it's her and another officer working a building. Now, sometimes it could be one officer in the building. If it's one officer in the building, that means she has to sit in that tower. She can't leave that tower until another officer come down there. And sometimes it be 3 officers in the building. And when it's 3 officers working the building, you know, they'll take turns, and, you know, they'll be mingling around the prison or doing what they do. But this time, it was 2 officers in the building, and the code came through. I forgot what the code was, but the radio came on, and the other officer was in the back. I don't know what she was doing, but she ran up to the front. She was like, girl, you gonna go up there? She telling the girl I was messing with, you gonna go up there and see what's going on? So she was like, yeah. She was like, you don't gotta be back. You just go back to the zone. When I come back, I'll call you back out. All right. So she smashed off. So evidently it's an emergency. So when she come back a couple hours later, it's probably about 2-3 hours left for her to go home. Now, these officers in the prison, they work 12-hour shifts. So she come back, get on the buzzer, Young, come to the house, Young, come to the house. So I go to the house, go in the tower, sitting there chopping it up with her, and she started letting me know what happened. She was like, man, the women prison is worse than the men prison. I'm like, what you mean? Now, let me go to a commercial break, if I may. Now, I got some sister soldiers where I'm from that have been to prison. It's a lot of them. And, you know, they used to tell me, too, like, how bad it was in the women prison. You know what I mean? So I'm already knowing, like, these women get down. And, you know, it's a lot of YouTubers that talk about prison. And they tell their prison stories, but I've never heard a YouTuber tell a story about the women prison. So I don't know if anybody doing it, but, you know, I think I'm the first one. So, and I got a few stories that I was told about things that happened in the women prison, and I'm gonna tell these stories on this channel. So she was like, man, it just, for one, they be so nasty. Like, you know, women have their cycles every month. She said you know, some of the zones they keep it, you know, clean, but some of them zones, man, some of the women be so nasty, like just leaving tissue everywhere with blood on it, just all on the floor. You know what I mean? I'm like, ugh. I'm saying to myself, damn, that is nasty. So, but this particular day, she tell me what happened. She said she went over there, and it was a lady laying in the floor, and she was just bleeding all in her head, all in her chest, all in her leg. She hadn't got poked up. Somebody poked up. So I'm like, dang, what happened? You know what I mean? So she was like, the woman that got stabbed, she was a bulldogger, and she was known for trying to force herself on other women in the prison, especially if they was new and they were, you know, kind of fragile or kind of scared. So she said that she found out that the lady had been bullying this one prisoner, this one woman prisoner, and she said the lady just got tired of it, man. You know what I mean? She said, we don't know where she got the knife from, but they trying to, you know, find out where she got the knife from, but it was a kitchen knife. So I'm saying to myself, well, she had to get it out of the kitchen. Duh. You know what I mean? But she was like, she stabbed the bad, man. Like, you know, the woman didn't make it. She unalived the woman. So she was saying that she was saying that they found out that the bulldagger had been bullying the girl, taking the girl canteen, forcing herself on the girl at night. Now I want you to imagine if you a woman being in prison and you see another woman forcing themselves on another woman. Now, for a man, it's gross for a man to be forcing himself inside of another man. Now, that's gross. But like, how do a woman allow another woman to force herself? Or what's she doing? Like, is she just humping you? I mean, it ain't funny, but I'm just saying. I'm just trying to make light of a dark situation. So, how is that possible? How can another woman raped you? Like, is she just, like, you so scared to the point, like, you just let her take your pants off and she put her head between your legs? Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm trying to imagine what she telling the story, like how she forced herself on him. Anyway, so she like the woman used to force herself on the lady at night. You know what I mean? And she was like, you know, the lady got tired of it, man. She said one day, this particular day, the bulldagger was coming out the shower, and whether you're a man or a woman, in prison, you coming out the shower, you be vulnerable, especially if you're not one of the ones who, as soon as you get out the shower, you got your clothes and your shoes right here, so when you dry off, you can just throw your stuff on. You know, most people, and especially, I imagine the bulldagger, she been there for a while, she, you know, comfortable, she got people scared of her, so she kind of laxed, and, you know, the girl caught her slipping, so she said the girl was coming out the shower. Cause the lady, when they went over there, the lady was butt naked. Like, when she had a towel by her, but the lady was butt naked, laying on the floor, unalive. She said the girl caught her coming out the shower, got her shower shoes on, got a towel wrapped around, and she just did it to her. Stabbed her. I mean, poked her in the face. I'm trying to stop using these words, so when my channel get to popping, they gonna try to flag none of my videos, cause I'm gonna be upset. But hit in the face, hit in the chest, all in the leg, man. Say she was poked up. Say she poked about 10 times. And she say by the time she made it up there, they had the girl in handcuffs standing by the van. They finna get ready to put on a van and take her somewhere, I guess. I don't know, cause it ain't but one woman prison in the state of Mississippi, so where you gonna take her to? But, you know, the hole was kind of off from where the females knew their time at, so I guess they were taking her to the hole. I don't know, but yeah, the women be getting down. They get down in Mississippi prison. I don't know about nowhere else, but for everybody, all you women out there, you think you just finna go in there and eat you some cooch and just do your time and have it be all doing your makeup and stuff and doing people's hair, and you think it's just all gonna be fun and games. No, the women is just as dangerous as the men. Until the next story, y'all be smooth about shit.